I'm ChezPride. Welcome back to another video on my channel, and it is patch day. The Sims team has officially released another patch for The Sims 4. This one being the patch before the new Love Struck expansion pack comes out. And I know patches before expansion packs are normally pretty big, but this one is huge. Like, not the biggest patch we've ever gotten. Like, it's not infants or whatnot, but it has a lot coming with it. So this is your reminder, if you have not already updated your game and you have mods or custom content, to go ahead and take those out of your game. You don't have to delete them, just like move them to your home screen or something. Just get them out of your game folder, and then give modders like a day or two to update the mod or custom content to work with this new version of the game. Just wanted to remind you guys, because I feel like I don't remind you every time I do a patch update. So we're going to do that. But speaking of things to talk about with this patch update, basically, I'm sorry this is coming out a little bit later in the day. But one is a huge patch, so, there's a lot to go over. I know this video is going to be kind of long. But two, the upload was, or the update itself, like, downloading the update was kind of weird. Like, I basically had it update when I got home from work, and it took, like, an hour and a half to update. And then I was like, alright, cool, I'll open it in just a minute. So I closed out my EA app and went and got ready to record, came to record, and then it had to update again. And there's no like news on Twitter or anything about there being an emergency patch or whatnot that needed to come out right after it, which is the only other time I've seen when I update the game that happen, because after the first time it updated, it said update done, game ready. So I was like, okay, but I don't know, I just thought it was weird. I don't know if that happened with anyone else, but I just figured it was worth mentioning. But without off the table, let's go ahead and jump into this patch. So the Sims writes on Twitter say, and yes, the Sim is actually talking about a base game update. It's not the Sims Direct. Which is interesting, which honestly I prefer this way. I think the Sims should talk about patch updates on their Twitter, but I just always get my news from Twitter, so that's just me. But it says, lots of love in today's free base game update. Romantic boundaries, 3 new hairs, eyelashes, nails, curved pools, apply all outfits button, bug fixes, and more. And it gives a little link to the patch notes, which, yes, the Sims team is actually posting the link for the patch notes. I know, it's amazing. If you follow Twitter, you understand. But I have the patch notes pulled up, but they also gave this little teaser video I thought was worth watching. It just kind of shows everything, well, not everything, but a lot of the new things coming in the game. So we have an asterisk boundaries button, so just the boundaries in general here, kind of that, where that is. I'm going to go into game and show all this off, though. We have new hairs. We have a button that you can choose what outfit to apply stuff to. You can apply more than one outfit stuff, like nails and makeup and whatnot. So we have new eyelashes and nails as well. And curved pools is what they're kind of showing here. So that is the little teaser video. So let's go ahead and jump into the notes. Alright, so I have the patch notes pulled up here for 7/23/2024, which is 2 days before the Love Struck expansion pack comes out. So it says, love is in the air and make your move. And guys, I told you this was a big patch. Like, on this, just this stuff right here is the new stuff we are getting. Like, all this, yes, I'm still going. All this is coming to the game for free. All new stuff. And then after all this, which I know there's pictures, but I am going to go into the game as well. I'll show some of it off. But after that, there's bug fixes. And oh my goodness, just for the base game, they had to put it into live mode, build mode, and create a sim and gallery server just to get everything under base game more organized. So all that was base game, and now all this is bug fixes for expansion packs. And we have pretty much every single big expansion pack in the game, plus stuff packs and game packs. I don't know if there's any. Is there any kits that we're getting for? Yeah, there's a couple of kits as well. So we just got patch updates for everything. I'm excited but nervous. So this video is going to be a long one. So let's go ahead and jump in. I have the patch notes pulled up. I have my game pulled up in the background. So we can jump into it and check out this new stuff for ourselves and not just have to see pictures. So let's go ahead and jump into it. It says, Soul Simmers, we are love struck to share this abundance of new base game features and pack fixes. So let's go here and starting with romantic boundaries. So this one's a big one. This one's a new way for your sim to identify in their like sexuality and whatnot. But let me read so you can explain. It's under this little category right here. And it says, real life relationships are nuanced and complex. Romantic boundaries bring some of that into The Sims 4 by enabling you to define under conditions in which your sims become jealous. These live in Create a Sim alongside gender and sexuality orientation options in the identity panel, and you can change them at any point in time. So if you're not picking up on this, this is basically The Sims workaround into adding stuff like polyamory into the game. So, basically with this, normally Sims get very jealous if you flirt with another person, or if you have a romantic relationship with more than one person and they find out, they're gonna be like, you're cheating on me. And basically this is a workaround to create a sim in Create a Sim that doesn't happen to. Like, you can choose for Sims to not get jealous when you flirt with other Sims, and same with like woohoo and all that. So that is just kind of their workaround of adding that kind of stuff into the game without straight up saying what they're adding into the game. I know it sounds a little confusing by using the jealousy term, but that's what is kind of coming in here. So you can come here and there are 4 options. So the first question says, does your sim become jealous if non-physical romance? And non-physical romance consists of the romance relationship that does not involve physical touch, so like flirting and complimenting appearance. Does your sim get jealous when other sims or your sim flirts with them like that? Same thing, but with physical romance, so like kissing and holding hands. And then there's the straight up woohoo. Like, does your sim get jealous if their partner or does their partner get jealous of them when they woohoo with other sims? So you have to answer, you have those all options, so you can choose whether your sim gets jealous or not. And then the last one says, is your sim open to changing the factors that cause them to become jealous? So if you say yes, this means the Sims in live mode may ask you to reconsider their feelings surrounding jealousy. Just as this, it's kind of like when they add the option, is your sim openly exploring their sexuality or whatever. It's kind of the same thing, but with the jealousy trait. So that is your options. So right quick, or it does say right here, it says the defaults for all these will be yes for Sims in your existing games. So I'll just kind of keep the Sims same normal. They're going to get jealous and whatnot. But you can be the one to decide if you want different behavior. New Sims in the game can run the spectrum. So it's like, it basically is saying that it's not going to change the Sims that are already in the game. Like, they're kind of stuck with the basic options. So let's go ahead and jump into Create Sim so I can show you exactly where it is in game and whatnot. Alright, so we are in Create Sim, and right here is where you're going to find this option. So, this is the third category right here. And like I said, it has these 4 options. Says your sim feel jealous when they get in non-physical romance. So if I want him, I'm going to say this sim is completely polyamorous. I'm going to say no. Does it get jealous of any romance partner engages in physical romance, excluding woohoo? No, of course not, because he's polyamorous. Does the sim feel jealous if any romance partner engages in woohoo? No. And he is sure, so he is going to choose no. But so you can either have like completely polyamorous like that. If you stick with the options where they all say yes, which is the default, it would just kind of just be like your regular like mono relationships and whatnot. And then you can also mix it up. You don't have to say straight full yes or no. So like with her, maybe she's okay with them being flirty. She's okay with them being she's okay with them being flirty, so she doesn't feel jealous. But what if she does feel jealous of it being like physical and woohoo? And maybe she is okay with it, not okay with it now, but maybe she wants to be able to be open to it, so we could leave that option. So that's just a couple ways to more or identify your sexuality and your Sims identification. Alright, so this next column here, the hiding relationships. I'm not going to hop in the game and show you how it works. This pretty much explains it right here, this paragraph. So it says, as your Sims are dating or simply going about their daily lives, their relationship panel will accumulate more and more Sims. Tired of it being cluttered with random Sims that you met once and have no desire to meet again? Or have an ex that you want to scrub from your contacts? Well, good news. Now you can remove those Sims who are not members of your household. So you can't do this with household members because, you see them every day. But by selecting them, you can... by selecting them in the relationship panel and selecting hide relationship, you can make more room for the Sims who really matter. So basically you can click on a Sim in your relationship panel now and be like, alright, I don't want to see you anymore, bye, and hide relationship. Now, I don't know if you go and talk to them again, if it's going to keep the relationship hidden. So, like, what if you, met Eliza Pancakes at the park, and then after you went to the park, you're like, I don't really have a desire to be friends with Eliza Pancakes, because it's Eliza Pancakes. It's Eliza. So, you delete the relationships. So, one, if, you ran into her in the bar again, would you have to reintroduce yourself because the relationship is hidden, or is that relationship still there? It's just all completely hidden. And does it pop back up if you talk to them again? These are just all questions that are not answered, but I'm very curious about. So that is my opinion on that. And then the next thing I'm actually pretty excited about is neutral relationship names. So right here is the relationship tab category. And in the past, I'm not going to read this, I can just explain it. In the past, the languages for relationship was more male, female, masculine, feminine. So husband, wife, and fiance, and boyfriend, girlfriend. And also, it's only been recently where you can put yourself as boyfriend, girlfriend in Create Sim as well. But now husband and wife is spouse, fiance and fiance is engaged, and boyfriend and girlfriend is partner. So I think that's pretty cool. When you open up the game, let me show you right quick where it is. You go right here, this is what they're talking about, and they are spouse, but you have all these options now, and of course it still says brother instead of sibling as an option, which I kind of wish they probably will move on from here. I predict they will kind of continue to go to sibling and parent instead of mom or dad, Yeah, I'm assuming that's coming, but we don't have that yet. But this is definitely an improvement. The spouse, engaged, and partner is definitely a movement in the right direction for representation. And really, I'm seeing that a lot in this patch. Like, the representation is being fixed quite a lot. Not making it perfect, of course, but they are definitely working to improve it. And, as I said, yeah, the partner says is also new. I thought it was new. I wasn't sure if it was this patch or not. I just didn't look far enough down. But it says, previously, the partner relationship could only be established through gameplay. Now you can set it in create a sim and have 2 sims in your household. So, basically, you can now set them to be boyfriend or girlfriend. It's just going to be labeled as partner. So, there's that. And then, something I'm really excited about is eyelashes. I'm probably a little too excited about it. I'm not going to lie. But, oh my god, this is going to make a world of difference. Do you know how many times it's bothered me that we don't have eyelashes? But it says, eyelashes now have their own category. As you all know, some eye shapes have eyelashes as a part of them, but they're not good eyelashes. They're not good. Now Sims have separate eyelashes applied independently from the shape of the eye. And since they are in their own category, they are also compatible with other accessories such as glasses and piercings. The base game includes 2 styles of lashes for a more dramatic look for your Sims. Seriously, it's for everyone, for free, today, right now. So it looks pretty good in the picture, but I want to go look at it close in game. Alright, so we're going to take this feminine sim I downloaded off the gallery, and apparently it's under makeup. So, eyelashes have their own category under makeup, which honestly, I don't know why I just assumed it would be under face. But no, it's under makeup, so we open these up. Now, I know we're getting 2 more sets when we get the new expansion pack, but these are the ones that are coming in base game for everyone. So, let's look at these. These are just the top ones. And honestly, it's still showing the... is that just make? Let me take off the makeup real quick. Okay, it doesn't... Okay, let's put just eyelashes on now. Now, I don't like the fact that the regular eyelashes are still on there. Like, I know your sim has to have regular eyelashes, just that comes with the game, but, like these don't have the eyelashes, so you could apply them to these eyes, and I'm assuming would look a bit more normal. Let's see, come here. I mean, it's definitely a look. It makes the eye look a little bit smaller, which I don't like. But I don't like the fact that the eyes that already have eyelashes with them, it doesn't just replace the eyelashes. It layers it over top. So, like, from this angle, it looks like she has 2 pairs of eyelashes. Like, you can tell that they just kind of look like falsies at this point. I don't know. Even, I'm going to put her makeup back on just to take a look at it. Really? Okay. So, we have her makeup on. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wanted to really be excited about this, but I don't know about how it looks. Maybe it will help with the bottom ones, too. So, the first one, which is the top, this is top and bottom, which honestly does look a little better. It does make it look better when it's on the top and bottom. And I do like the extension of it. Like, it pokes out from the face. It's not just like a flat texture. It actually has that sticking out texture, which is really nice in Sims. These are huge compared to these, though. Like, these are like a kind of normal size eyelashes. These are the dramatic eyelashes, which I thought I wouldn't like more than the simple ones. But I think they look better layered over the regular eyelashes than just this one. Like, the top one just looks like false eyelashes with no bottom. So I like these. This one I think they could have done a little better with. And I'm curious to see how the eyelashes in the new expansion pack are going to look. Also, I'm curious to how they look on guys. Let's see, because this eye doesn't have any eyelashes. Most of the male all the male eyes? All the male eyes don't have eyelashes. That's something I've never noticed in the game. Yeah, so let's try on the eyelashes in the male. So these are the dramatic ones. Oh, okay, that's cute. I mean, it's cute. Let's try the top ones. Yeah, and the top ones without the regular eyelashes on it aren't as big and noticeable. Let's see. What if we gave you some different eyes? I want to try out different eye shapes. So we have like a more skinny eye shape. Are you gonna change? My game is just freezing. Okay, game. Don't do this to me. There we go. Alright, so with the skinny eyes, oh my god, that makes this sim look like my ex. Okay. With the skinny eyes, you can't really see them very well at all. Now I want to try with like a really wide eye. I never can find the wide eyes when I want them, and honestly, they're hard to find for the guys too. So maybe this is about as wide as we get. Yeah, the wider the eye, like the more open the eye, the more the lashes seem to be showing. Let's see if we, yeah, if you raise them all the way up, they look really nice. But when you squint them down like this, it's kind of hard to tell they're even there. Like if the two little lashes weren't there, then I don't think I would be able to tell he was wearing lashes. But I like them with the big eyes like that. Let's see. Let's look at the dramatic eyes with the bigger eyes. Yeah, you can definitely tell a lash is better when the eyes are bigger. Unfortunately, that's how it's working, but it's fine. It's fine. Though, actually, now I don't want to take the lashes off him. Now it looks weird for him not to have lashes. Oh no, is this going to become an addiction where I have to put lashes on every sim? I really hope not. I really, really hope not. Okay, so the next added feature that we are getting in this patch update is probably the one I am absolutely most excited about. And it's a little thing, but it's going to make such a big difference in Create a Sim. And that is the apply to all outfits button. Like, oh my goodness, guys, we've been waiting for this for so long. So basically, it's this little button here that has been added up by the categories, like your everyday, your formal, your athletic, all these categories. And with hair, you've always been able to select a hair in your everyday category, and it applies to all of them unless you specifically go into the athletic wear and put your hair up in a ponytail. Then it won't change any other outfits, but it always has been able to change if you're in everyday. But that's only with the hairs. Now we can specifically select which outfits it can apply to, and we can apply anything. So if you want to put makeup on, so you don't have to go through every single outfit category and put on the makeup, you can do that now. If you want to apply piercings to every look and not have to go apply them, because really, who doesn't wear their facial piercings in almost every outfit? I'm just saying. And going through and applying it to each individual outfit is so annoying. So now you can do this. And say you didn't want to wear your piercings in your athletic and your sleepwear, but you wanted them in all the other categories. You can specifically set that up, and you don't have to go in and go through each category, find the piercing again. It's just going to be a lifesaver in time. I'm actually curious to see how much time it would change in creating a sim in 10 minutes. I think it'll be really good. But I haven't even read the description, and I've already pretty much explained it. But let's see what the description says. It says, the day of manually finding and selecting the same accessory, makeup, hat, hair, top, full bottom, full body outfit, or footwear for each outfit are gone. Oh, so you can do it not just with accessories, but clothes too. I didn't expect that. I like that. So now, when I'm doing toddlers, I can just be like, oh, you want your everyday the same as your hot weather wear? I'm just gonna quickly do that. I like that. That makes me happy. Okay, but now you can hit this single button and apply the item to every outfit at once. Love that makeup look you just perfected in your Sims everyday style? Now you can apply it to multiple categories. Found the perfect pair of pants for your party outfit, but it applies to every day by accident? You can also select specific categories to copy as well. The works on all ages and all types of occult Sims. We can, and believe it, either. Is today the best day ever? Honestly, I'm pretty excited for this. And also, it says it works with all occult sims. So, like, when we get, like, fairies, I'm assuming it'll work with, like, wings and stuff like that. Or, like, if we have stuff for vampires, I'm assuming, like, you can apply it for everything. I don't know. Okay, but it does say note. It says, currently, the apply all button adds the selected items to your sim's outfit. It does not remove outfit pieces, only replaces or adds. We look forward to any feedback you may have, blah, 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 blah. So, I pretty much have gone into detail how it works, but let me just quickly show you how it works. Alright, so I'm just going to show this off with makeup, because I think that's the simplest way. She's already wearing makeup, but let's go ahead and add her eyelashes to every category. So as you can see here, none of her other outfits, which she has different makeup for all her outfits, but none of her outfits, except for her everyday, currently have eyelashes. And so we can go to this category and select every single outfit, because I would literally put them on every single outfit, and the little categories lit up. And now we go here, and the eyelashes are on every category. No matter the makeup or the accessories she's wearing, they are on there. Let's also show this off with something else a little bit more noticeable. So let's try a different lipstick. Maybe she wants to be bold and try something new. And let's try this green lipstick. Not really her color, but it's fine. It's fine. We're just going to go with it for the bold. Maybe the blue. Yeah, I like the blue a little bit better. Okay, let's go with the blue lipstick. And now, we don't have to apply it to every category. Maybe she wants that formal look to stay, that red lipstick. So maybe she would just do it in her party, her hot weather, her cold weather, and maybe even her athletic wear. But we won't do it. Oh, we are going to do it for every day because that's what we put in. But we won't do it for her formal sleep or her swimwear. So as you can see, only the categories I selected lit up. And we go here. We have it in her cold weather wear, but we do not have it in her sleepwear. I'm assuming you could also do okay. Apparently, if you click this button, it automatically applies them to all, because there's this little dot under it. Okay, I guess you don't have to go and check it off everything. Oh, does it? Okay, whatever. Apply lips to every day. Okay. So you can either select this and do it on all, because they're all selected now, or you could go here and select them specifically. Which I just think this is really cool. I think this is a really cool asset. Like I mentioned earlier, you've always been able to select your hair, changing from just selecting it on every day. But what if we have a formal? If we have a formal wear, and we find something pretty. Let's find something pretty. We could try the Eliza Pancakes hair. So we have the Eliza Pancakes hair. Maybe she likes that. Maybe she also wants it for her party wear. So we do that, and it should go. No, does it not work with hair? Does it not work with hair? I wonder if we go formal. We can select it all to select all outfits, but I want to just do for formal. And oh no, okay. I did something wrong the first time. I must have not clicked party. I must have pressed just formal. But yeah, now we go to party wear, and we're just in our party wear, but it's not everywhere else. I don't know. I'm assessing and showing this off a little too much, but I think that's a really cool aspect to add into the game. Like, I'm actually really happy with that. But as it says, it unfortunately cannot unselect items. So if I wanted to take off the blue lipstick on every outfit, I would still have to go to every outfit and take it off. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it works. But I still think this is a huge step in the right direction. Alright, so next on the list is hairstyles. So we have 2 hairstyles that are base game updated hairstyles. And then we also have 2 new hairstyles. They're the same hairstyle, but one's a colored version, one's a regular version. That is another partnership with Dark and Lovely Hairstyles. So let's go ahead and look at the updated ones first. So these 2, like I said, were already in the game, but then they got updated to look better texture-wise. I'm not 100% sure which hair this was supposed to be. I do recognize this ponytail because this is the same hair that my husband wears in my game. Yes, I made my husband in The Sims. We're just going to not talk about that. But I do think this hair is really cute. And I think it looks a lot better than a lot of the medium hairs we have. So I think it's a good update to whatever hair it was. Of course, I am going to go in game and show you all the colors and whatnot. But then right here it says about the partnership. It says, and there's even more. Part 2 of the Sims 4 collaboration with Dark and Lovely's Play in Color, a campaign that champions diversity and inclusions and spotlights the game changers who are redefining the rules in the game industry. So, this is a new hair. I think it's really cute. Like, I know nothing about styling this type of hair personally. Like, my hair is quite the opposite of this, but I think it looks really nice. I know there's been some controversy over this where some Simmers like, this is not how you would actually style this hair, but I still think it looks nice. And have you seen some of the hairstyles in the games? Like, we have some crazy hairstyles. I don't think this is that crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and jump in the game and show off all of these hairstyles. Alright, so here we are in game. I'm going to show off the feminine hairstyle first because there's only 1 feminine and 3 masculine. So, this is the hairstyle, which I said looked really cute in the picture, and I had mixed feelings about it. Now, from straightforward, it does look really cute. I really like the idea of the wavy bob hairstyle. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure which hair this was supposed to be an update for in base game, but I like the idea of it. I even like the little hairs that are on the head. My problem is when you flip it here. Look how far off the head and how high up that's standing. And look at that awkward angle. Like, that awkward angle. Like, no hair is sitting at that angle without, like, a can of hairspray and a tube of gel. And it's kind of the same over here. Like, you can kind of see it, like, behind the ear. It's like, it looks like there's a pin holding it up away from the ear. And I get that they're probably trying to, like, show off the face more and prevent clipping. I just don't think it's very realistic, which is maybe me looking far too much into it because this is literally just a game. But I just feel like they could have laid it on the face a little better. I like the idea of the hairstyle. I just feel like it could have been done a little better. But still cute, and I'll probably get over it and still use it anyways. But I'm just going to show it off in a couple of different colors here, just so you can kind of see what it looks like in all the swatches. Oh my goodness. I still wish we had more color swatches. Like, I like the fact that, like, with the partnership, the last 2 hairs we're going to be looking at, they're going back and adding, like, the same hairstyle, but with different colors, like more fun colors. But I wish they would just add more fun colors to the whole hair. But I don't think they're going to do it at this point. Of course, I didn't think they were going to do it with natural colors either. And they did come back through and do it. But I wish we had more fun colors, if that makes sense. We don't have enough fun colors. Okay, but I don't know why I started talking about that. That is just something that really bothers me. So that is the feminine hairstyles. If you want to find it, you can filter it by base game. Currently it is by the bald head, but every time we get a new hairstyle, they put it by the bald head. As you can see, like, these were the last 2 hairs we got, and before that we got those 2 hairs, and before that we got these 3 hairs. So, as it gets older, it goes further up away from the bald head, but when you first get a new hair, it's always going to be by the bald head, as long as you're filtered by base game. And it is same for the male here. So, right quick, he has the bald head, but these are the 2 that were with the partnership, and this is the one that's just a base game update. So let's look at the base game update. And honestly, this does a little better. I do know what hair this is supposed to replace, because, like, you know, this is the hair I use on my husband's sim. but it definitely does look better improvement. The texture looks better. There's a little bit more of a shine to it, and the edge looks nicer. The main difference I'm seeing that I really like is before they update it, there wasn't this like curve to the hair. Like the hair didn't kind of part to the side, even though it was pulled back. It went straight back and up, and it looked like there was a little bump on the top. But there's not that many short, medium hairstyles that are a ponytail for men like this, especially with it laid in the lower part of the neck. So it was the only one really like this. So I think this like sway to the sides curved moment is a little bit better than just the straight back and straight up look. It's also a little bit flatter on top, and I really appreciate that. So that is the updated hair. I will go through and show the different colors for this hair. See, just that I don't think the hairband is changing color. Yeah, okay, the hairband doesn't change color. It kind of stays this brown. Oh, well, it does change for some of them. Never mind. The crazy colors change it. Ooh, I really like it in this swatch. I think that would be nice for an older guy. Okay. I'm going to put his nice chocolate hair back on. And now let's look at these two new hairstyles that was in partnership. So we have this one. This is just the plain Jane version that comes in the regular colors. No fun colors added to the tip. And like I said, I'm not an expert in hairstyle or styling hair like this, but I think it looks nice. I think it could be used for masculine or feminine, so I really like that. But I will go ahead and show off all the colors in the regular colors, just so you can see what it looks like in these. I know I'm going quickly, but this is supposed to be a long video, and I don't want to spend the whole video looking at hair color swatches. So this is it in just the regular color swatches. And then we have the same thing, but with different colored tips. And each different hair has a different colored tips. I will go through and show them all off. So here are all the colors with the colored tips. And honestly, they always pick such weird combos when they add like colored tips or colored stripes to hairs. I don't know, like this green looks good, but all the other ones were just really weird combos. I like the last three. As I'm saying that, I like the last three. But some of them are just kind of bizarre. Like this bright yellow with this like almost pastel green. Like why? I don't know. But I like him with this little ponytail. I think this looks really cute on him. Honestly, this is a really cute sim. But, yeah, that is all the new and updated hairs. Alright, so the last Creative Sim new feature we are getting is nails. So we have some new nails. So we have French tip, coffin nails, and neutral palettes. I'm not going to go in game and show this off because nails are really hard to show off in game, but I will pull up this picture in just a moment. So it says, we are excited to bring more nail styles and color palettes. These are new designs for French tips and coffin nails to add a flair to your fingertips. We've also added more color palettes for everyone to express themselves more freely. And a whole new series of nude nails is also available to provide an extensive selection to match your natural nail bed. So I pulled up this picture here so we can kind of look at it better. So these are kind of like nude colors in different lengths. We have some French tips. We have some longer brown nails. And then we have the colored nails as well. These look like BEHID nails, but I don't know. They're purple, pink, and blue. So whether that be on purpose or not. But they're all slightly different, but I guess they all go together. I don't know. But these are all the swatches apparently. I don't know if there's more color swatches, and these are just some of them. But these are the ones I show the picture often. So we're going to go with that. And then we can move on to build mode, which is one of the features another feature I'm really excited about. And that is curved pools. Now, I really hope this isn't super glitchy. I haven't watched any videos over the curved pools, so I'm going to be giving you my first reaction when I go into game. But it says, now your pools can have rounded corners. Curved pools work like curved walls. Place a corner piece and adjust the size. Mix and match with regular corners and let your imagination run wild. There's also new pool lights, oblong wall lights that work perfectly on curved pool walls. Okay. So I'm really excited about this. So let's go ahead and jump into game and explore curved pools a minute. Alright, so we are in the pool category and build mode, and literally it looks just like round walls. Like, it has the exact same shapes, the exact same choices. Literally, it's just a pool instead of a wall. So one that excites me because I already know how to use round walls, so that does kind of simplify the learning for me. But also, it kind of makes me nervous because round walls are so glitchy. Like, so glitchy. And I could just only imagine that glitchiness going into the round pools. So I'm going to test this. So you have 3 sizes here. So you have the small, you have the medium, and you have the large. So those are your sizes you can, and once you have them placed down, you can obviously, move them around. You can stretch them out. It just really, the size you start out with is what angle you want your pool to be at, really, the curve on your pool to be at. So as you can see, this one's a bit bigger than this one, whatnot. I want to try placing them together. So let's try with the medium size. So we can place one here. And this is, I did not put move objects on. I'm seeing how easy it is to do without move objects. So we can place these together. Okay, it automatically deletes the wall in the middle, which I appreciate. That was something I was worried about. That's kind of the thing with walls. Let's see. And we can place here. Alright. Oh, did I grab the wrong size? No? Okay. You can't place them against the wall wrong. It will not let you. So if you're going to build with round pools, I would suggest giving yourself plenty of room. But actually, that circle is not bad. That is not a bad circle. Like, that's almost a perfect circle. Unlike the walls, they're more like rectangular or square circles. So there's that. I did want to explore one more thing. I'm not going to waste too much time on it, but I have a fascination with heart-shaped pools. So, can I make a good heart-shaped pool with these? Let's see, maybe, do I want to put out more? I'm just winging it. This is not really a part of the review. This is more just a science. Because I know how to draw one out with just the regular pool shape, but I can't do it with this. Let's see. So I need to separate them more. So you can come over one more. Let's say you have to have an even number here. Let's see. And let's go like that. It looks like we're gonna have to do it in pieces, which is fine with me because it works. But then let's extend this down one. Extend one or two? One. So extend one and then kind of put it here. Go here, send here. And then like that. Okay, that's a decent heart pool. Like, that's not bad. I bet you could do it with the bigger pool and make it even look more even. I don't know. I mean, that was my main wonder is how well I could do a heart pool with it. I know that's such a simple thing. And it did say it came with a wall light. The weird thing is, though, I can't find that wall light in the pool category, which it says specifically for a pool to fit the curve on the pool. But I do find it when I look up oblong, because it's called the oblong wall light. So it is under the wall lights in the lighting category. It's just, it's not near any of the other pool stuff. And honestly, I would not, it says this for pools in the description. I would not have guessed. I really would not have guessed. Okay, but let's go ahead and go down categories so we can look. So it can go on flat walls, but it is also going on curved walls nicely. Again, I'm not using move objects. The only place it's having trouble is right here on what I'm assuming is the edge of the round piece. Yeah, because it kind of does it there too. But does that, I'm assuming if I turn move objects on. So turn move objects on. Yeah, it places anywhere if you have move objects on, which I always have move objects on. So there's that. But this does place on the round. Does the other one just not place at all? Or is it like just obviously this one works because this is such a small one. But we do have this. This place is on curved walls too. Huh. I wonder why they made a specific wall light. I guess they just wanted to add a new wall light, but they didn't have to advertise that specifically for the oblong circular areas when both the other pool lights work. Actually, let me test the strip. Does the strip work? Yeah, the strip works even better than the other lights because it matches to the wall well. Huh. I don't know. I don't know why they made such a big deal about adding a wall light, but I guess it is a fancier, nicer looking wall light, I suppose. So there's that. So that's pretty much all I wanted to try with the new round pools. I will be playing with these more in a future build, but this is what I wanted to try out for now. Alright, so there's only 4 new things under the new features. I'm going to divide them up into 2 sets of 2. So we have some live mode stuff as well as some settings stuff. So I'm going to do the live mode first. So there's a whole new relationship interaction category. So there's a new relationship category, and the interaction menu now contains actions across the base game and a number of packs that directly relate to a relationship, such as ask to join household or become best friends. So, there's that I will show off. And at the same time, I'm going to show off the last thing in this blog post, and that is the conversation panel. They kind of updated it so it looks a little bit neater and whatnot, and you can see a little bit more. I'll show you what it means. It's kind of confusing in the description, but it says, we gave a new code paint to improve the usability of the panel that appears at the top of the screen when your active sim is in a conversation. Did you know you can do all these things with it? You can select the portrait to see their mood and their relationships, both regular and romantic. And then you can select the icon book to see the sim's sentiment, which I think is new. I don't think you were able to see their sentiment before. And they're talking about this little bar up here. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. I'll show you what both of these things are. So as you can see, I have our Sims chit-chatting right now, kind of flirting around, and they have made this look a bit more organized. It's no longer just stacked on top of each other. Now it has the icon a little bit smaller so we can line up more people because you can talk to multiple people at once. It shows their mood. It shows where you are in your friendship and your flirtation relationship status. And this is what they talk about the book. So you can now click on this. And it says sentiments down. So apparently they don't have any sentiments, but if they did, it would right here, and you can click this to lower it, so you don't have to be looking at that the whole time. But we also do have that new relationship bar. So if you click on the sim you're talking to and come to this screen, we have this new category, and it's just labeled relationship. Now, these sims are not going to get all the same interactions as you would with someone that you aren't living with. Like they said in the description, you can ask to become best friends and ask to move in together. When you're looking for that kind of stuff, this is what this category is under now. Also, apparently, you can just directly view relationship from here now. I am curious, though, about... Oh, apparently this is where you come to divorce, too. Okay. Hey, but when you say learn more, oh, that's how you learn about romance boundaries. Okay, so that's kind of a new thing with the whole polyamorous romance boundary jealousy thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of curious, though, to see. I don't think we know any other Sims. We literally don't know anyone. So, I don't have mods installed. Dang it. Is there anyone just wandering around the world real quick? I'm just curious to see what the relationship category says when it's a sim that you're not living with. Let's see. Let me just fast forward a little bit and see if I can get any more sims to spawn. Yeah, you can like small talk. That's fine. There's a sim. Found you. Who is this? Mel. Okay, Mel. We're flirty. So sorry. This isn't hot and heavy. I don't recognize that icon. Okay. But let's right quick reset her. We can teleport you here. Come on. Let's teleport. Stop talking to your husband. There we go. Okay. Reset. She's trying to walk away from us. No, ma'am. I would like to do a friendly introduction. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the same little category here for her. They don't have a relationship, though. They don't have a flirtatious bar, so they don't have that. But I want to relationship, so we don't have a high friendship with her. So we don't have obviously we can't ask her to move her or not, but we can ask her about romantic interests and woohoo interests, and ask about other Sims, and ask is single to start out when you meet someone new. I don't have my mods. I don't think I can cheat their relationship. This is how you can hide relationship. You literally just click this and it says hide relationship. I want to see how it is. Let's see. Can I want to change our relationship. Okay, yeah, so I literally can't make their friendship go up without gameplay or my mod, unfortunately. And I don't want to sit here and play their relationship all the way up because that would take forever. But you are able to add more choices once your relationship goes up. And depending whether they live with you or not, you'll get certain interactions and whatnot. So that's kind of how all that works. And then let's go look at the last two things we're going to look at. And the last two new type things coming to the game has to do with settings and neighborhood stories, which is basically settings. So first, there is now a safe music streaming option. So basically, a lot of people have to turn off the music in the game because most of the music in the game is just Simlish versions of actual songs. Well, now they have organized their music selection and have given us a safe for streaming category for there to be music that is all non-copyright. So you can have it in your videos or in your Twitch streams without worrying about getting flagged. So it says the music section of the game option now has a safe for streaming toggle to play only music that is safe for streaming in The Sims 4. When this is checked, you don't have to worry about stream or video running music copyright issues. We will be adding more music with streaming-friendly license as time goes on. So I'm glad they're going to be adding more as time goes on because a lot of people are probably going to use this option. And then also in neighborhood stories, we have two new types of neighborhood stories. So if you know what neighborhood stories are, basically you can open this up in your map world when you go to the different families, and you can choose for there to be different things that can happen to the families you aren't playing with at that time. So like you can choose for them to die in a horrible accident, and you'll just randomly have notifications pop up, this person, the world died from this. Or you can choose for them to be able to join a career, and you can have your sim that doesn't have a job just autonomously get a job. So it works really well. A lot of it actually I keep turned off because I like when I place my sims for them not to move or get another job. But it's really good for storytelling, especially if you have a lot of characters in the background you want to keep up with. So, with this category, they now have a friendship changes and relationship changes. So it says, neighborhood stories now has two new options within managed households: friendship changes and romance changes. This enables Sims in other households to start and end those type of relationships on their own. You can now use the mailbox each day to check resident neighborhood stories for such news as your Sim household knows about becoming best friends, breaking up, or getting back together. I didn't realize you could look at the category like you could the deaths. Interesting. Okay, but basically it pops up here, and I'll show you in game real quick. So first, if you're interested in that streaming music, it's just here under the music category, and it's right here at the top. You can click enable, and is there a category specifically for it, or what music can you get? What music can you get? Because this is turning off like all my music. I'm so confused. Well, it says there's music safe for streaming. I just don't know which songs because they're all blurred out. So that's a little confusing, but I'm not worried about it, so I'm not going to turn that on. So that's how you get to that. And then with neighborhood stories, basically you go to this manage households category. And if you don't know how it works, basically you have your own households that you can do the neighborhood stories. I normally have them turned off, so you just have to click this on and you can select which ones to have or not. I have all the packs, well, almost all the packs. I have most of them. These two are the new ones, so the friendship changes and the romance changes. And like I said, it makes them start or remove relationships. So like if you have the romance changes on, Bob Pancakes and Eliza might go through a divorce. Or if you have the friendship change, maybe Travis, Scott, and Liberty become best friends forever, and you find out. So, like I said, it's handy to have, but you have it for your households you play in, and then you can also do it for other households, which automatically have all the neighborhood stories turned on when you open a new save file. Speaking of Travis Scott and Liberty, they're literally right here. Alright, but that is pretty much how that works. So I think next is some bug fixes. Alright, so as I showed you earlier, there is a lot of bug fixes. And I do have my game pulled up in case there's anything that's so big I have to go check it out. But most time in bug fixes, I kind of just read through them and kind of just talk about and give my opinion. So if you want to just read through them yourself, the Twitter post that I showed you earlier does have the link to this page. But I'm just going to read through these and see what we got because there are a lot. So like these are the top for throughout all the packs. And then we have all this is base game, all this is base game, all this is base game. Basically to here, all that is base game. And then the rest is expansion packs. So let's read through the top ones first, and then we'll read through base game. So the top fixes are: toddlers will now receive top-notch and happy reward traits after reaching the required skill levels. No toddler behind. Okay, I didn't know that was a problem. Which I'm kind of, I find that funny because I'm finishing up the A to Z baby challenge right now and didn't notice that. Okay. Stair railing will no longer disappear when one tile is placed next to a one-tile room. When Sim changes their mind about how they are walking to somewhere, they no longer will teleport to their final destination. Okay, I just thought it was a glitch with the teleporting system. I didn't realize it was because they were walking somewhere. Okay, I have seen that glitch. I just didn't realize what was causing it. Which is a lot. It's true for a lot of bug fixes. When I go through and read bug fixes, I'm like, oh, that's why that happened. Okay, but it says, Sims who are not part of a date interrupt conversations less often. Buzz off, but okay, of course they had to fix that right before the Love Struck expansion pack comes out and they redo all the dates. I am glad they fixed that, but I think it's funny that they wait till now to fix that. And it says, Sims will no longer receive a breakup when they have a high romance relationship with that Sim. Again, had to fix that before the romance pack came out. When leading create Sim, the makeup sliders now maintain their settings. Oh my god, this has been a problem since the makeup sliders have come out. Like, that was legit has been a problem this whole time, that they would not keep the color if you slit it and adjust it with the sliders. I don't know. I'm glad they're fixing that, but it's been like 3 or 4 years. Okay, I'm just saying. And now all fingernails will no longer are warped for male Sims with female frame and vice versa. Same goes with nails with various outfits. You know, I did notice this the other day in my video when I was giving my Sim rainbow nails. One of the outfits made the nail completely glitch out, so I wonder if it's fixed now. Several nose rings now fit properly. Good, because nose rings just didn't look good. Except for the middle one. The special piercing didn't look that bad. And it says, we smoothed out the frame rate stuttering that sometimes occurred a few minutes after launching the game. Well, it happened more than just after a few minutes launching the game, but I'll take that. So that's all the top ones. Now we have live mode in base game, and this is the longest list or the longest category in the whole list. So let's just jump into it. So it says, Sims in a relationship will no longer receive unsolicited anonymous flirtations from other Sims unless they have the non-committal trait, of course. I actually kind of liked that about the game, the fact that that happened, but I know that could be frustrating with a lot of people. Sims will dance if the radio is turned on and playing music, but they'll save their dance moves if the radio is turned off. So apparently your Sim was dancing without music. That's not creepy at all. Enchanting and flirty interactions are now only available for Sims who are compatible with the Sims actives orientations. So that has to do with the sexual orientation. Married Sims no longer will receive a want to flirt with Sims that are no longer their spouse. Okay, that again kind of ruins some of the my type of gameplay, but again, I can see where that would be a problem for a lot of people. I'm wondering if this still applies if the jealousy traits are messed with, though. I'm assuming so. Like, if they are in, like, an open relationship, I'm assuming they'll still get a want to flirt with other people. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just expecting too much out of the Sims, so we'll see. Teen Sims will no longer feel jealous around a previous teen romantic partner who has become a young adult. Okay, that's appropriate. Jealous was getting ahead of itself. Those jealousy buffs were wrongly calling an engaged Sim a spouse. We have calmed things down and fixed the mix-up. Okay. Yeah, you're getting a little ahead of yourself there, Sim. Alright, upon learning a Sim's woohoo interest and opening their Sim profile, the Sim profile will no longer say no one, even when a Sim has woohoo interests in men and women. The knowledge of a Sim's sexual orientation and their Sim profile will now remove outdated information when a Sim changes their sexual orientation and create a Sim. Wow, that was a problem? Jeez, okay. The need for fun won't stop a Sim from enjoying their meal. They'll finish eating before fulfilling their fun need. Oh, that is fun. I think they're also doing that with social, because a lot of my Sims keep just like standing up and giving people hugs randomly instead of eating, and it just makes them like drop their food on the ground. I wish they'd fix that, but this is still a good step in the right direction. When multitasking, 2 books being read, the Sims will no longer skip the first book, and now they will read it, put it away, and then go for the second book. Okay, I don't have my Sims read near enough for me to realize that was a problem. Make a Move is now available for Sims who are married and create a Sim. If a Sim is rejected after asking another Sim on a date, a notification will be given on why they were turned down. Okay. That's interesting. Ghost Sims are now available for Ask on Date from the relationship panel. Oh, you can go on a date with your ex-wife. That's adorable. Okay. Both the host Sim and the Sim date can contribute to the main date goal with one another. Before, only the host sim could accomplish the goal. Okay, I like the fact that they're giving so many base game updates to the dating system, because with this new love pack, you can go on different types of date, but it's not like the wedding pack where it just completely takes over weddings and you can't have a base game wedding anymore. With this pack, you are still supposed to be able to have base game dates, so I like the fact that they're fixing the dates so much and adding different types of dates with the pack. I appreciate that. They didn't just cancel the regular dates. Let's see, where was I? If a sim heads off to work or school during an event, the event will come to an end. Duty calls. Okay? Planning a stayover during an event at the sim's house will bring the event to a successful close. Time to kick back and relax. So they're also fixing a lot of stuff with events. If a discovery request appears during an event, the event process bar will no longer reset if the discovery request is canceled. Wow, that would be annoying. If a discovery request appears during an event that has goals and rewards, your sims will now keep their event tiles and the progress remains visible. Alright, there we go. So now we can also, the sims will be able to ask on a date without a need for a romantic relationship. Okay, thank you. I was getting really annoyed with that in my dating games. It says that won't stop a sim from rejecting the date proposals if things are off, though. So if you have a negative relationship with the sim, they're still probably going to reject you. They're just straight up warning you now. When planning an event, the plumb bob will appear next to the venue choice when scrolling through the available locations. When planning an event, the selected venue will appear at the top of the selection list if you navigate away and then back to the venue selection. When planning an event, so many events! Oh my goodness. When planning an event, sims that are pre-selected will now count as a single entry rather than not being counted. Okay, I did kind of notice that happening. And then another event, I think all these down here are events. Okay. When playing an event on console, the tooltip will now enforce sim is being changed from a guest to a hired role. Additionally, the tooltip will appear in the sims being hired for a role that has work scheduled during the event. Okay. And then when playing an event on console, okay, apparently console, you're having trouble with events. The location image will not appear in the description section of the playing page. Just in the description text will appear. Wow. Sometimes I just read through these patch notes, I'm just like, how is this a problem? Okay, but when setting up for an event, the check mark for each phase, such as invite sims, now is on the right side of the button for easier reading. Alright, I think we have something that is not an event. Finally. Alright, so now, a sim can now learn about other sims' financial status when they get to know that sim. Interesting, that makes money grabbing challenges a lot easier. Lips are synced so sims will making out can keep their lips on their kissing partner. No more awkward talking miskiss. Oh my god, thank you. That was something I noticed in the trailer, and I was like, they better fix that in the base game. And yes, basically, your sims will touch lips when they kiss now, which has been a huge problem since the game came out. They just, almost touch lips, but they don't actually touch lips, especially during their first kiss. So now they should be able to touch each other's lips. So I'm super excited about that. I know, it's the little things. When sims get steamy in the shower from Woohoo, music now jazzes up the moment. Okay, interesting. They add some more sound effects. Sims in more restrictive costumes now kneel instead of sitting cross-legged. I didn't think of that being an issue. Okay. Sims now wearing the hot the hot dog costume will not intersect with their knees while kneeling on the ground. Okay, well, I guess that's good news for Stanley Humphrey. The skinny dip with no longer is available on pools when no other Sims are nearby. The complete text for a joke falling flat now appears on failed comedy and funny socials rather than getting cut off in the pop-up. Mugs and tumblers fit better in Sims' hands now. That is such a random fix. Okay. Music will continue to play in live mode even if next song is selected while the game is paused. The highlight for the newly acquired sentiments that appears around a Sim's portrait in the relationship panel is removed once the Sim profile is open. That has been an issue for a very long time. So I'm glad to see that one fixed, because I know that it's not necessary, but it is annoying. It is really annoying. Unbelievable actions in the interaction menus are easier to read now. Icons appearing with the music notes have been fixed and now are playing in the right direction. Okay, that's kind of random. Okay, we're almost done with live mode. Whew. This is the longest category, guys. The text of a phone call pop-up will now fill the space better. So random. Is that necessary? However, shadows no longer are checkered for some platforms. Placing a lot from the gallery will no longer change the color of the world on some platforms while the lot is building. Okay. Again, some of these are so weird. Pressing Alt Tabs in full screen mode on Windows now opens a task switcher for computers with Direct 11. I don't have Direct 11, so that doesn't affect me. Some interactions related to Sims being affectionate, sleeping in bed, reading books, going to other locations, and asking Sims on dates are more performant. So they just basically did an override on that. Answering incoming text messages works with both control methods types on the console. A lot of stuff for console too. I find that interesting. And then the last one for live mode and base game is the correct venue is highlighted in the venue selection when planning an event from the Sims home lot on console. Again, another console. Alright, so we have a couple for build mode and create a sim for base game. So in build mode, cellar stair trims will no longer extrude down the basement floor when the basement floor is removed. Walls directly under the stairs will now probably cut away when walls cutaway view. Actually, yeah, that was kind of annoying, so I'm glad they fixed that. All mega double door swatches now include transparent glass. The bar backs are included in the bars and bar back categories. Cheer. Okay, so now you can click on the bars and give the bar backs too. I like that. When building pools, rotate and copy no longer increase the cost of the pool. I didn't even know that was a problem. Wow, no wonder pools were so expensive. And it says large curved walls can now be placed on large curved platforms. Yeah, okay. And so that's build mode, and then create a sim. We have about 6 more. So in create a sim, the ability to customize toddler toenails has returned. Look at the cute, colorful toesies. A lot of stuff to do with nails here. Fingernails no longer clip to the glove on the full body outfits. French tip nails have been manicured and no longer intersect with fingers. So all of those were nail related. Now we have the hair. Hair texture no longer changes when the tank top, so the binder is applied to a female sim. Yeah, I can see why that's a problem, especially with it being the binder specifically. The simoleons thrown by Sims with materialistic traits and charisma now catch a little more air. Gotta show off those bucks with a bang. And why? Why was that necessary? Why, out of all the problems you could be fixing, why was that an issue? Okay, the last one for Create a Sim in base game is the contrast of the font color has been improved for better readability in the styled looks section of Create a Sim. Alright, and now the last thing for base game is the gallery server. So viewing creations from followers should return results more quickly. So you can get straight into browsing all of their shared creations. Block players no longer show up in gallery searches, and simmers on PlayStation and Xbox can see their profile showcase uploads in the gallery again. So there's that. You know what I would really like to see fixed in the gallery? I have this problem where I'll upload something to the gallery and it'll say upload it, and then the next time I go in the gallery, when I go to my stuff, none of my stuff is uploaded to the gallery. I don't know. I wish if it's uploaded to the gallery, even if you didn't just upload it, you just have uploaded in the past, it would confirm and say, this is already on the gallery. I don't know. It's just something weird that's been happening that I haven't been appreciating. But now we can get into expansion packs. So they have 2 for Get to Work. 1, scheduling events from the calendar while in Sim is no longer available. Seems like there is no signal here. I guess that makes sense, but that's also kind of annoying. Posing for a picture will look fabulous, creepy without zombie. Okay, sorry, I need to read that. Posing for a picture will look fabulous without creepy zombie teeth cutting into your face. Okay, I thought that was just a bad picture quality thing. I didn't realize that was a glitch. And get together. Closets built into walls once again allow your Sims to woohoo and try for babies. Yes, that is a huge problem I've been having in my Let's Plays. Thank you. I'm so glad that is fixed. And it also says Sims will no longer ignore the desire to make out with when getting the get together closets perfect size closet, squaring it square in the fasten niche closet. Okay? And then pronouns on the notification for acquiring the dance skill and asking about another sim are now correct. Thank you for any pronoun update. Love that. City living, we have 1. Rounded decks, walls, platform, pools, foundations can now be placed on apartments in San Myshuno. Oh, that's an awesome update. That, I guess because they're adding the new penthouses to the new world, they kind of had to fix that. So, now you can have that. At first, they made us where we can move windows in apartments, which is super great, and now we have all this too. I think they're doing good in the apartment category. Alright, for cats and dogs, we have 4. So it says, a sim without the cat lover trait who is watching the sky from the picnic table with another sim who has the trait will not spontaneously stare elsewhere besides their partner in the sky. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be an update that's coming specifically for the new pack, because I'm pretty sure watching the sky from a picnic table is something new in the Love Struck pack, but we'll just set this we'll just put that aside. A sim with the cat lover trait will no longer slide in animations when sitting close to another sim. Interactions for collecting cats and dog hair piles are more performant. Every follicle counts. And lastly, sim clothes will no longer remain on when entering a Sims tattoo mode and Create a Sim after using paint mode or selecting coat colors patterns on pets. How did they figure out these specific, what causes this with that? I would not have made the 2 connections right there. How did they realize that tattoo was messing up because of the paint mode? I'm just curious. I'm not that I'm hating, I'm just legit curious. Okay. But seasons, we have 4. So it says Sims can now use indoor pools even when the weather is freezing. They can be directed to use outdoor pools, but they won't do so on their own. Okay, so that is an issue I saw other people's game where they have indoor pool and it'd be winter and they still wouldn't go swimming even if they had the water warmed up. So I'm glad they fixed that. The Flower Bunny and Patchy the Scarecrow are now off the market for dates. Oh, you can't date the flower bunny anymore? I knew you could. Well, I've dated Patchy before. Not like actually like became boyfriend girlfriend, but I've flirted with Patchy before. I really don't like when they make the character Sims undateable. Like they recently did that to Grimm too, and I really wish they would leave it where they could be asked on dates, because I don't see the harm in that. Like I think that's just taking away freedom a little bit. But whatever. I don't like that. Ain't that a slate toilet now has the appropriate two-tone swatch color? And lastly, when in planning a holiday, all traditions will correctly appear as selected when multiples are selected quickly. Alright. And Get Famous has one. So it says the color of the male full-body trench coat will no longer autonomously change when paired with tall boots. Discovery University, professors no longer run away when attempting to take them on a date. So we can date our professors, but we can't date Patchy or the flower bunny. Rude. Alright, we have 2 for college living. Foxes will no longer appear in managed households. Those foxes were sneaking in somewhere they didn't belong. That is a weird one. Okay. Fendrick fair submissions are now properly returned to Sims inventory or their household inventory after the fair is over. Stealing is bad, Finchwick. And then we have actually a good amount for a couple of these packs. Wow. For Rent has a good amount and Wedding Stories has a good amount. Okay, let's get into these little bit longer lists here. So we have quite a few for high school years. So it says Teen Sims can now complete their aspiration goal by using the Ask About College Party phone interaction with other teens and then sneak out through an open window. So I think I knew that was coming, and I've never had that problem, but I've seen other people have that problem. If acne is disabled in the game options, it will not appear on Sims in live mode. That's good. That was annoying. The correct icons will now appear for the action cue, admire courage, moving too fast, and talk about marriage, rather than showing the Sims face. Honestly, I don't think Sims ever like to talk about marriage interaction, like ever. The social bunny icon now looks more social instead of romantic. Okay, wait, what? It looks different. Wait, I know I haven't jumped into the game yet, but I'm very curious how they changed that icon. Hold on. Oh, they did change it. So the social bunny originally had like a little heart coming out of the freezer bunny's mouth, but now it just has a little chat icon with the 3 dots. It's still like a little like winky face that's a freezer bunny, which I love, but it just has the little chat now. Okay. Also, I think this icon looks different too. I think this is what Trinity looked like. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong. And just looking into it too much. But I actually do like the social bunny icon better. Alright, but next it says, once a teen sim becomes a young adult, the Ask Crush Out and the Chat with Crush wants are no longer available. Honestly, that makes sense for an adult, though. Why do they gotta take that out for adults? I don't get that. Okay. The light is back in the Sims' eyes with certain hairstyles. Don't know exactly what that means, but okay. Talk About Marriage now appears in small talk section of the interaction pie menu and won't always surface to the main pie interactions. We do get that option a lot, and it never ends well, like I said earlier, so I'm kind of glad that's an improvement they're making. Benchmark seating preview image now is pink when viewing the pink swatch. I can't blame it. Blue is a great color. Okay, so that's all high school years. And now we have about 5 for growing together. So for growing together, it says, even if 2 Sims are amazingly compatible, romantic interactions won't always be successful. That's kind of bogus. I kind of like the fact that they were always successful if they had that, but whatever. And then it says, Hottie herringbone wall and floor tile swatches for the gray version now match instead of being black. Don't mind it. It just was going through an emo phase. It's not a phase. Okay, I'm sorry. Teen Sims will only have memories of the first mess around and will not confuse this with the first. Woohoo! Teens have waited for adulthood for that. Okay, so actually that's been a problem, I'm pretty sure, since before growing together. I don't know why it's under growing together. I'm pretty sure that's been a problem for a while, but we'll see. Photo booth pictures will now fit nice and snug inside the hodgepodge photo frame collections. And then the last one for growing together, the social compatibility icon has been improved and relationship panels to now represent compatibility. Okay. We have quite a few for Horse Ranch. Okay. Literally, all this is Horse Ranch. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's just jump right into it. So it says, if a sim leads the conversation while mounted, they no longer buffer on infinitely. Okay, that's annoying. Chestnut Ridge now shows its attractions when considering it for a vacation. The tourism board wants you to visit dreaded caverns, its rare fishing spots, and of course, horseback riding. Ask about getting a horse now shows the friendly interaction icon in the action queue rather than showing in the horse trainer's face. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Up to 8 Sims can now enter in Questioning Center instead of just one Speculate competitions. Yeehaw! So, are they saying that you can enter up to 8 Sims into competitions at once now? Is that what that was saying? I'm confused. Whatever. If the computer is broken, Sims now have to repair it before they can purchase or rescue a horse with it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense logically. Horses move more smoothly and navigate more directly at fast speed and ultra speed. Horses no longer teleport to their destination when trying to walk backwards in fast speed or ultra. How often do you have to have your horse walk backwards? I'm just curious. I mean, I get it if they're like in a tight spot and they need to turn around, but do horses just regularly walk backwards? I've never seen it. Speaking of this, foals turn around instead of sometimes going backwards to use objects. Okay, I guess that answers part of my question. Horses have a lot of locomotion improvements. They travel more directly to their destination, slow down when going through gates, and stop more smoothly. If they walk in and out of narrow spaces and gates, forward and backwards, more deftly. So apparently just the horse moving backwards is just a thing, and I just was not aware. Okay. Moreover, autonomous horse movements is more performant. And last, the Sims on horses will no longer socialize with Sims through walls. Most of those are just kind of like, why were those even glitches? Like, why? Okay. Before Rent has a lot. This is probably the second most since that long one at the beginning. So let's read through these. So, for Rent, residential rentals are now available for penthouse losses. We are waiting for residential rentals to high-rise the occasion, and now they're ready to be built your specifications. I'm assuming they have to do that because we're getting new penthouses in the new world. But I think that's cool. I didn't realize that wasn't a thing, but it makes sense. The name of the residential rental lot will stop reverting back to the default name. Okay, I think that is why I never know which rent lot I need to go to, because it automatically changes the name back, so that's handy. The amount of rent per day will now be set with a controller and console. Households that do not use utilities such as power and water owe 0 simoleons and will not receive the message that threaten utility shutoff. When property owner visiting tenant unit is on the same residential property, the sim pickers specifies visit unit rather than displaying going home. And then deleting, then unfolding the deletion of a shared unit while in a residential rental lot that has reached its maximum unit capacity will no longer cause issues with the create unit functionality. Visiting property owners on the same residential property will no longer state that the property owner is not home. They can't escape meeting you now. I never play as the tenant very often, so I didn't realize most of these were even problems. Changing the name of the penthouse residential rental will also be reflected in the property management interface and the lot's name headers. So they're already fixing something for something that is new. Okay. Sell residential rentals is specifically used to avoid confusion with commercial business when selling residential property. All versions of Oh So Floral, Oh So Fancy Tile are shiny. Really? You couldn't just shine them all up? Okay, but the rent shown now is correct based on the unit size and amenities. We've just been having a problem with getting paid rent in general. When renting residential lot units, a tooltip now specifically specifies rent unit before confirming the rental, similar to renting an apartment. Tenants and property owners can now find each other in the business filter of the relationship panel. Okay, actually that's more handy. The ability to increase and decrease the panel height on the console is now available for the business panel. And lastly, the unit selection display for the residential rentals and Manage World now uses the D-pad instead of the L1R1 PlayStation or LBRB Xbox when changing floor level. Alright. So that was a lot. That was a lot for For Rent, but that is one of the newer packs, so it doesn't really surprise me. But now, speaking of older packs, we have Spa Day and Dine Out, which honestly, the fact they're still trying to fix Dine Out amazes me. Like, I'm surprised they just haven't given up. But for Spa Day, we have one, and it says, short round nails look more natural and match the preview image. We have a lot of nail fixes today. Alright, but for Dine Out, let's see what they're doing now. So Sims will drink and eat autonomously when order both food and drink at the restaurant. Previously, they would only drink. Yeah, that is an issue I ran into a lot, because I would have to have them finish their drink and then eat their meal, and I would have to tell them to finish their meal. Like they would start out eating both, but then they would just quit eating their food and drink their drink. So I'm glad they fixed that, because that was really annoying and made the whole process way longer. And it's long enough. Sims no longer get stuck when replacing a restaurant they are running with another from the gallery. Special non-playable characters such as Michael Bell are no longer available to be hired for restaurants. Aww, I wanted to hire my townies. Well, non-playable Sims. So we could hire Agnes Crumplebottom. That would be great. Okay, but anyways, neighborhood story Sims now leave the restaurant after completing and eating a grand meal and no longer wait until the restaurant is closed. Wearing the respectable shirt and vest combo was cutting off circulation, causing a groove to appear under the Sim's finger, and cuffs have since been loosened and the Sim's finger are back to normal. Weirdest glitches in this game. The weirdest glitches. Okay. So we have one for vampires. So occult rank status for non-household occult Sims will now be seen in the Sims profile. Yeah, I guess that can help so you can tell who can turn you into a vampire or not. The Star Wars has one For galactic safety, scheduling events from the calendar while in Batuu is no longer available. So they've done that twice for 2 different worlds, the Alien world and the Star Wars world. I guess because they're out in space, it makes sense, but I don't see why that had to be a fix. Okay, so we only have one more longer list, and then we have a couple shorts. So Wedding Story has quite a few here. So 1, wedding cakes. Now note that only the sim who plans the event can select the cake. Okay. Calling off the wedding is available in both the sim and the wedding arch while performing the vows. It's never too late to call it off until it is. I didn't even know you could call off weddings. Like, how am I just figuring that out? Okay. Sims who are hungry will not eat the wedding cake until instructed. Go eat something else. Thank you. Thank you. I love that fix. Sims who travel to Tortosa can now successfully get married to their partner at Town Hall. Thank you. I've had that fail twice on me now. Thank God it's finally fixed. We heard you want the option to plan wedding with the base game wedding event when you have My Wedding Stories. So Sims can now choose between planning wedding event from the base game or plan custom wedding event from My Wedding Stories when they are ready to get married. So that was actually something I was complaining about earlier, that you couldn't do that. I'm glad they fixed that. That's actually really big. That's really big. That kind of changes my opinion on a lot of the pack. And then last, it says Sims now stand and sitting on the floor. Please take your seats if there aren't enough chairs. Alright. So the last ones just have 1 or 2 at a time. So werewolves. The sweater will no longer distort the arms for male Sims when viewing from a distance. In Crystal Creations, when a Sim wears jewelry crafted and charged with the fireable crystal on a date, completing gate goals will now count 50% more towards the date score. That's actually handy. Bust the Dust. Wow, they're still milking this one. Okay, it has 2. The Filth Kills the Fun movelet now has a unique icon all of its own. And Sims no longer get multiple negative dust movelets at the same time. With Industrial Lofts, the preview image of Johnny Depp's Sweet Revenge sofa faces the same direction as the other couches in build mode. Yeah, I did notice that when I did my review for Industrial Loft, and I kind of wondered, but I thought it was just because they couldn't fit it because it was so big or something. I don't know, but it was weird. It was weird. Urban Homage, the track pants are now correctly tagged as masculine. And last, we have Riviera Retreat. It has 2. All Riviera Retreat rocks are included in the rock category in build mode. That was something I complained about when I reviewed that pack. That, I did not understand why that was not a thing. So I'm glad that's fixed. And then lastly, for all of the notes, the very last one is the essence of Bergamot Planner now exists fully in this realm. It was semi-transparent before. Alright. And that is literally and finally everything in the patch notes. So I hope you enjoyed that. This was a really big patch. Like, I feel like it didn't have any, like, well, it did have some big features, like the, what do they call it? The relationship boundaries, and we had that, and then we had some new hairs, and curved pools was a really big one. But I feel like this didn't have, like, a huge theme. Like, when Growing Together came out, like, infants was the big update, this has, like, some big stuff, but some smaller stuff, but I feel like it has a lot. Like, it has, like, a lot more than, like, it has a lot more variety of what they fixed than most other patches we've had. So I'm pretty satisfied with this patch, as long as it doesn't completely break the game. Like I said, make sure you remove your mods and give your modders a few days to get those mods fixed, because there is a lot to consider in this patch. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe to that awesome stuff, because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. Alright,